a good tattoo. Why did I do that? That was so dumb. Yeah, I still have that on my phone too. Should we just try to do it with a phone? What? Yeah, mine says upcoming.
Oh, wait. Oh, we're live.
We're live.
Okay, cool. Sorry, we haven't been talking about anything.
We hope that the sound is...
A few seconds. All right, cool. Well, either way, sounds like we're on the air. So, for anyone out there, this is our first time doing a paint cast from the wall. So this is Artifakt's first mobile painting podcast.
yeah.
So we're here in a beautiful alleyway in the heart of Kelly Square in Worcester, Massachusetts. This is the cultural district of Kelly Square.
The Canal District.
And the Canal District, and we are bringing graffiti and street art to the people. All right, so basically what we did here, we're standing here in this this alleyway, and what we've done is we got some grants from the city. We got permission from the building owners. We showed them some samples of our work.
We showed them.
We wrote up some contracts with these owners, and they allowed us to paint with permission on their buildings. So this is completely like a DIY project. People ask us all the time, how do you get walls? How do you get walls? Can I get a spot? Can I get a wall?
We work hard, that's how.
That's how you do it. You knock on doors, you show people your work, you have to have a portfolio, you burn at what you do, and then
learn or burn?
you have to burn. You have to show them that you can do the, do a good piece or a good character, a good mural, whatever. And then and only then are they going to give you permission to paint it. So this took a lot of work. We put this little jam together. We called it Brick by Brick. That's the name of our mural festival. That's our something we want to do annually, and we want to spread it out throughout the city. But for now, Brick by Brick it started here. We threw a jam featuring 25 artists. This was last
it was June 9th. Sunday.
June 7th, 8th, 9th,
right.
That entire week. Before and after, we threw this festival. We had 25 artists come through in that time and paint 25 individual pieces of art. This is just one section here that I'm working on. I'm working on this character up here. Today I'm going to be just adding a hand to my character, so that's what I'm going to be doing while we talk. And Audrey, my beautiful guest over here, is doing her mandalas on this planter that lives in the adjacent alleyway next door. So she beautified these planters. They were all rusty and terrible looking, and she gave them new life, and that's our gift to the community in the city.
Yeah, mandalas are my specialty. This is a plant activation to kind of reawaken the alley on more than just the wall surfaces. And I'm not the only person who did something like this, because we have another awesome featured artist, Dave McGillivray, who came out and he painted one of his famous koi fish ponds on the actual cement, the floor, the ground, and it's so cool.
We gotta show him. We gotta show him that.
Yeah, it's great.
But yeah, so
really just trying to brighten things up all around.
Yeah, this is our community engagement. This is our way of giving back to people that support us. This is our way of providing platforms for other artists. And to be honest with you, this is the first actual graffiti festival that's ever happened in Worcester's history. So
thank you for saying that, because earlier you said mural festival. It's all one and the same. Murals.
Yeah,
graffiti,
street art,
blah, blah,
graffiti,
blah.
murals
really
is all the same.
Yes, and there is this
and distinctly
stigma
different. Distinctly
around
different.
the word graffiti. And I made it a point walking around to tell people it was a graffiti festival to start to help shift people's minds, if needed, around what that actually means and looks like, because it's a really beautiful and positive thing from what I'm seeing and from a lot of the response from the community. And the building and business owners have been thrilled and noticed a huge difference in the usage of the alleyways ever since we've brightened them up.
Yeah, so I feel like it's been a successful project. I know it's been a successful project. We have had our pushback, naturally. Like anytime you're doing something that is different or original or is making some kind of waves, like you're gonna rock a boat or two. Like people aren't always gonna be happy about change. They're not necessarily welcome to change. They want it to just stay the way it is.
Yeah, for those of you who just know us from the digital space.
Hey, thank you. I appreciate it so much. Thank you. I appreciate that.
For those of you who just know us on a digital scape, understand.
We're doing a podcast, we're just filming and talking about the walls and stuff. It's something that we do to promote the project and stuff. Yeah. No, I know. It's like we just went live on YouTube, so we just sit here and talk about our art,
Right.
But yeah, it's like we were saying, this project, it was funded by the city, by Worcester Arts Council. So we.
In my buddy's building. I don't know if you guys did. Down there, this was the diner. The fridge. It's the weird.
Yeah, that was us.
And they did the big chimney.
Yeah, that was us. That was the same artist.
Yeah, that was my buddy Clock Mailing Service.
Yeah.
My buddy Jerry.
Nice. Yeah.
Awesome.
So.
Great. And you get a paycheck, so
for sure, yeah. I mean, these are kind of donations. That one wasn't a paycheck.
Well, I don't know. But
Yeah.
The city funded it. They paid for this or something.
They pay for the paint and stuff, and we get to do what we want. So that's kind of cool.
Paint that you don't kill the ozone, like? What I mean is you don't just go to Home Depot and buy spray bombs, right?
Yeah, no, this is like an acrylic. You're thinking like an Rust-Oleum.
Right.
Yeah, no, these are acrylics.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah. They're less oil based. Yeah.
So what I was gonna say a moment ago, and maybe you can attest. No,
yeah,
maybe
you're
you can
good. You're
attest
good.
to this. I was gonna say, for those of you who don't know us in the physical world, you just follow us or know us in the digital world. It's very pertinent to note that we have been based in the state of Massachusetts, and this is a very Puritan, meaning old school kind of place. So if there has been any negative reaction to what we've done, any pushback, that's why, because the roots here.
Yeah.
This man thinks it's great.
It's not just graffiti, it's art.
Yeah,
So
thank
it's a
you.
bunch of kids
Thank you.
going on the bridge.
Well,
Thank
if you
you.
could
We're trying to
please follow the
show
QR
them
code. There's one in Summit Lounge too, and take our survey. 30 seconds.
So-
My phone will not
So yeah,
let me.
like our guest here is saying,
Here.
there's a project we did called The Bridge. That was another community legal
You
wall
can do it
that
on
we
my phone. Give me
started.
a sec.
We also started Artifakt Hour, which is
Hold on.
our graffiti shop, which has a location in
Hold on. Oh, thank you. Hold on.
Tatnick Square, Pleasant Street, which is where we usually host our podcast. So yeah, this is not the first time that we've opened up a legal graffiti spot in the city of Worcester, but it's definitely the first time we've done it in this kind of format. So it's an interesting concept. But I'm used to it. I'm used to talking to myself when I paint anyways. So, but yeah, the point is that by making these spaces accessible for artists like this, it allows average people to see the walls, and it allows graffiti artists to be able to have their work be seen by regular people. So there's like a connection point. If you only paint in the abandoned, neglected spaces in the city, then nobody sees it unless they actually go there and spend time there.
Yeah.
And I want to have people be able to spend time and see this type of artwork. It deserves, like, these artists and the people themselves deserve to see the different local style from their culture, from their city, you know, because it's important. It's a connection point. It gives us a cultural identity. It connects us to our cultural heritage. It's part of the language. It's part of the fabric of our city. And so these connection points are very important, and it's very important for people to be able to, like me, to be able to paint and do this in the city live in front of people without getting arrested or getting chased or harassed. And it's also good for other people to be able to see this type of work without, you know, having to climb under a bridge or go in a tunnel. You know, sometimes you just want to be able to see this on your everyday, you know, walk or your everyday stroll. And I like to talk and engage with people, you know, most of the time. I mean, usually it depends, but most of the time it's fun to talk to people and just shoot the shit and get their feedback on stuff that we do, because it's informative and I learn things. I get jobs. I meet people on the street and they hire me for projects, like, just because I'm out here doing something.
Keep up the good work, you guys.
Hey, we will keep up the good work. Thank you. So, you know, case in point, you know, we get a lot of engagement over here, and that's the point of bringing this kind of wall and this kind of project to the main traffic area of the city. Like, if this is a cultural district, we need to have, you know, if you don't involve sort of a legal graffiti production, you're like missing out on a big part of like
Culture.
What makes the city cool, and like the culture that
and
like
relevant
makes it relevant
and present, or present isn't the word, but like here now,
caught up to
and moving
speed.
forward.
Yeah, like in the 21st
Updated,
century,
yeah.
because like, you know, all the major cities have cool art and
all the successful
are a little more hip and
and
trendy and
yes.
on the wave, and like for some reason New England is just slack-a-lacking
Puritan
half the time. It's partly the Puritanism, it's partly the money, it's partly the
you say the money?
yeah,
What do
the
you mean?
politics. I'm saying, like,
the money going
all everything in
one
between.
perspective.
There's a lot of reasons as to things that can hold cities back from being,
for sure.
you know, relevant.
I'm gonna also say
in
the lack
mural
of
world.
feminine presence, and feminine energy isn't just me, a woman, female. It's also very much art in and of itself. And when you have too much masculine energy, you have people running things in a way that is non-artistic and doesn't favor or doesn't prioritize things that make people, you know, smile and come together and dance and laugh and paint. Like, that's the feminine, and I'm saying it like it is. The truth is, there's not enough of that here, and it shows itself in that way just as much as it shows itself in the moments where I can't get a word in because whatever, let's just call them what they are, like old white man has zero respect for me or doesn't even want to acknowledge that I have a positive thought in my head. That's all.
Sorry
No,
to
please
interrupt.
continue.
There's a family that lives over here that has to walk through here
Okay.
to like get into their house. So
Okay.
I could tell they have to walk around. I just wanted to make note of it.
Of course.
Yeah, I'll try to shift my ladder over a little bit. We just want to, like, as we're talking about being courteous, people being courteous to us.
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah,
be
of course you
courteous
wanna
to
be
others
courteous.
too. Sorry,
course.
Audrey, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, it's okay. I'm glad you did, because I was just rambling about the feminine and how another part of, okay, I'll go on a little bit more. Another part of why I think there's such resistance to, say, street art in general here, it's the same, it goes along with the same reasons why there's resistance to anything that brings us into the now or the future. And there's still people here running things who are of a certain demographic that maybe shouldn't still be the only people or the larger percentage of the people running things, because there's other people, kinds of people with maybe more relevant or useful or, dare I say, healing perspectives that could do something for the community and actually shift some of the problems that have obviously been a continuous problem, such as this alley before we got here was filled with a lot more drugs.
Well,
Yeah.
let's just say that the primary
Use of it.
person occupying this alleyway was using it for the intent of either, using drugs in the space, pissing in the space, throwing trash in the space, or sleeping in the space. So there wasn't really a whole lot of positive use of this particular alleyway other than people trying to get in and out of their homes or in and back and forth to work or whatever.
Yeah, and because this is our platform, I want to point out that the city wasn't really doing much to shift that, and yet we come here and done this, and it's already noticeably shifted it. This is
well, yeah, that's
the business owner and the building owner, the wall that we're on right now. They've both already noticed a shift.
Yeah, a tangible shift in the energy and the activity of the space. Just by the fact that we care about it and take care of it, nobody really wants to fuck it up. And also because of the fact that there's now lighting in the alleyway, it's very vibrant, it's very colorful. It creates visibility, it creates activity. People are taking pictures. They're wanting to spend time in the space. So that creates too much activity, and people don't want to use it, be around there for more unscrupulous reasons. Which I'm not judging anybody for using substances, but what I'm saying is that in our city, it's unfortunate that people are pushed out and are displaced and do not have a safe place to self-medicate for their mental illness. Okay, but unfortunately, it does occupy spaces where people are trying to live and do business, and it affects everybody. And there has to be better solutions. We don't wish to displace anybody. We simply wish to show that we care about our neighborhood, and we're willing to donate and take care of it and contribute to it to make it look nice and make everything more colorful for everybody. That's all this is about. We really just want to share our art, and we just want to color and doodle, with, in the mix. We want to put it out there for people. This is what we do. Why wouldn't we take advantage of this awesome coloring book that we have? You know what I mean? Some people want to argue that this is a historical building and that this is historical brick. And I'll tell you what, there's plenty more historical brick right above here. There's thousands of bricks, literally thousands of bricks up here, okay? So if we covered a few hundred bricks with our artwork, so be it.
So we're living in this is Northeast.
Nothing lasts forever.
We're actually preserving this even more because the brick
disintegrates. Yeah, it all needs maintenance eventually. And so it does help to extend and preserve the longevity of the actual wall.
I swear we just need a presentation or a flyer just on that, just to explain to someone why graffiti, street art, murals should actually preserve the wall.
Agreed. Yes, because there's so many reasons. There's so many reasons to argue for it. But yes, a lot of people think that for some reason this is that it's destructive, when it's actually if you get in trouble for painting on someone's property without permission, well, they're going to assess the property damage and tell you how much that property damage cost. But you're just painting over it. There's nothing damaged. You just paint goes over paint, and that's it. Nobody gets hurt and everyone's fine. But for some reason, people get their panties in a bunch when someone chooses to paint a color that they didn't get to control, and does a thing that they don't get to decide what it says or what it means, and now it's just here and you have to live with it. That's part of life. There's so many parts of life where we are just force-fed visual imagery that I don't want to look at. Billboards and commercials and advertising in general. I don't want to see your dumb product. Camera down. That was Jeffrey Bezos rebelling. Yeah, but again, yeah, that's in point why it threatens certain biases, certain agendas that don't necessarily want to see any sort of expression of culture or anything that, or any use of public space that's non-monetizable. How about that? Okay? You can't monetize this. You could shoot a video or you could shoot some kind of commercial or something in here, but if you don't pay the artists, you're getting it's copyright infringement. Like if this is intellectual property. So like this is non-monetizable unless you want to pay these artists, and that's the point. It's not about making money, it's about creating space and self-expression as a First Amendment right, of freedom of speech. I have the right to paint what it is I want to paint as long as it doesn't offend or hurt anybody, or I'm not, damn it, if I'm getting permission to paint on something, I have the right to paint what I want to paint. As long as it's not a giant dick or a giant swear word or something that's completely inappropriate. Like, there's no sense in that and being tasteless. But the point is, I have the right to do funky colors. I have the right to do a funny nickname or do a silly character or whatever the fuck I want to do. Because if I'm paying for the paint and I got permission for the wall and you don't own the wall and someone else does, and they are letting me paint what I want to paint, then so be it. End of fucking story. And for some fucking reason, people love to challenge this point of view. They love to challenge this First Amendment right that we, for some reason, can't paint what we want to paint, even when we get permission and go and jump through all the hoops that they want us to jump through. And for some reason, we still get pushed back.
And that because we get some permission for that, as if we don't get permission all the time, either contract permission to paint things. It's as if they think it's as if they're doing us a favor, and so if they have to say or write, like, you know what I mean? Like they have this impression that they're doing us a favor.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. They suddenly the beggar becomes the chooser, where it's like, okay, well, you didn't have anything going on before. We activate your wall for we sponsor it, or in this case, we got a grant, or we get some kind of means of ways to cover the cost of these materials, and then we donate our labor. For some reason, they think we need a platform when we're really sometimes just trying to give back and say, here's one on the house. Like, we'll give you a mural, but we're going to do our style. It's a free style. Get it? Some people do, some people don't. I want to, again, give a shout out to the Summit Lounge, who is inside of this building and got us permission to paint this wall. And right now I'm painting the hand of this portrait of this guy, Michael Foley, who's a great friend of ours. He was a dear supporter of the Summit Lounge. He was a supporter of my art. He was a student of mine, but I was very much a student of his. And so part of what I wanted to do with this project was paint a portrait of Michael and his hand, which is painting this graffiti piece below. Now, I'm kind of working out the hand here. I just got started with some like shading and stuff, so I'm on kind of like not the like most beautiful point of the wall, but it's getting there, But anyways, back to our ranting.
Yeah, you were saying something about free style. Very clever.
What I'm saying is that there is always going to be times as artists where we just got to do our thing. And our thing might not be something that someone is willing to pay us for. So, but nonetheless, we have to bring that idea to life regardless, because if we don't, we're going against what we are all about, which is like, we got to be true to ourselves as much as we are true to the art and true to the craft and to like the people we are creating for and creating with. So like, for me, it's like, I have to do fun little freestyles to keep myself loose and fun and playful with the can. Because if I get too rigid with the can, I fall out of flow state and I'm not able to like whip things up. I struggle. I struggle with my paintings. So I learned at some point that I have to mix play with the work. So this I would consider play because I'm not getting commission for this. This is me bringing an idea to life. I had a friend named Michael Foley who passed away. He was an amazing portrait artist, and I wanted to pay homage to him by doing a portrait of him on the wall of the club that he loved to go to. So, you know, I know that would make him he would have been so happy, and to know that, like, this is, you know, like, and that means a lot to me. So I have the personal reward already. I don't even need anyone else to see this. I know I got to do this for my dude, and like it's my way of like paying respects and paying back somebody who gave me a lot of support and good karma. So, and I hope that people who knew Michael Foley would you know would appreciate some of this art themselves. So yeah, I think one day when this is finished, Michael, you know, Michael's friends and stuff, I hope that they'll be able to see this piece and, you know, be able to kind of remember and capture like a little bit of his energy, you know, just enough that like it brings back good memories for everybody who is friends with him. So, you know, in a little ways, that's how I feel like art can heal. You know, like it at least helps me work through stuff. Like, you know, if I was grieving or something, like it would help me work through it. Or if I'm pissed off or I'm having a bad day or whatever, like I can always paint about it. And then I'm just like chill. I don't know. It's a really good medicine for me. It is my medicine, and I have to take it every day, or else I go crazy. So, yeah, there's worse things to be addicted to, honestly. Like, that's kind of the way I look at it. Like, I'm not addicted to drugs. Huh? Yeah. No, I'm being dramatic, you know, but sometimes it depends. Like, it can be if it's on the wrong things, if you're painting the wrong shit, and you're, huh? Nice. Thanks for joining us, guys. So yeah, like painting can be an addiction if you're painting the wrong stuff. Like if I'm just sitting out here hanging out in the alleyway all day, every day, painting this wall and making absolutely no money, but enjoying myself, okay, that's great. But I'm like, that's a aversion. I'm avoiding my problems. I should be like, it's not that I shouldn't be doing that. It's that, you know, I have worldly responsibilities and bills and real life shit that I have to attend to. So I have to take a break and go do some jobs, you know, which are, you know, commissions, which are not a freestyle. It's chosen by the client. So there's sometimes, yeah. And most of the time I've been very, very pleased with my clients and their ability to let me do my thing. There's a lot of trust and it takes a lot of time to build, but I will say thank you to everybody.
But I want to point that out, that like, yes, when there's a commission for a business, we are trying to best represent that business and bring out their business. However, if a business says, ooh, I want an artist to create something for me, it means that they're asking for the artist must do it. So I feel like there is or should be a sense of like someone aligning with us as artists and therefore fully trusting.
Yes.
What I want. Go ahead. Like that really, I believe that would create both our and any artists that I know best work if clients were able to really trust the artist and recognize that they're coming to us in our domain, us to do what we do best. So
This is definitely true.
that trust that we know what's best.
We also have to trust ourselves and not get in our own heads about shit. And that's where this helps. Like, you got to have work and play. You got to just like fuck around and be willing and able to make mistakes. Because if if we put ourselves in a position where we can't make any fucking mistakes, we're doomed to fail. Obviously, you're gonna make mistakes, but if every piece of art can't be like a hit, like there's gonna be some misses. Like if you're really actually trying and experimenting and stuff, like you're not gonna like nail it every fucking time. So yeah, so I am trying to be human and realistic. Because I've been anything but at other points in time in my life, especially when it comes to art. I just like burn the candle at both ends too much.
And lately, the stress and burning has been so intense that it pushes people like Ryan and others that I know to get into that like weird, harsh part on themselves, perfectionist mind state that like it's not good enough, or not worth it, or whatever. And like that's just an illusion. That's just
Yeah,
a trick of
it's
the
bullshit.
universe. That's trying to make you question where you go. That's the thing that's all this fun and all of this opportunity and all of this like openness to your own potential ends up like pulling you down and really forcing you into a hole. And sometimes that's because business and capital in general makes it tough to make that inevitable, but we fall into a pattern of food and business and money. So it's kind of interesting how sometimes things are medicine or poison in that way. But
Oh,
honestly, that's why we're making some really great positive shifts in this thing on that that I really think are going to allow us to tap back into and stay in that feeling and that pocket of what we do.
doing a live YouTube podcast. Oh yeah.
Really being our medicine
So like,
and really feeding us and not taking from us, not draining us, not depleting us, not making us focus on ourselves, but actually giving us what we know it has potential to give us. And give it back. This positive cycle with us, we like to call it the muse,
yeah.
or the inspiration and the creativity.
Hey Bleak. Shout out to Bleak and Elise,
Shout out to
our guests over here. We're just they're some of the artists who are painting over here in the alleyway with us. So shout out to them. Also shout out to Tom, our wonderful producer, who's holding it down, making sure all the tech works while we're live streaming from the alleyway. It's a miracle, but we did it. Yeah, we're live on YouTube. Yeah. So we're just talking about the project and just going over how crazy and insane it was, and also how awesome it was. But like, it was a wild week. Bleak was here for a lot of it. It was just crazy all around. Yeah, the yellow like force field, yeah, it really ties it in. Never fails, honestly. It's my go-to. I feel like it's like for me the yellow symbolizes magic. So it gives it like a little magic dust.
Yes, it does.
But I'll admit I did bring the wrong colors for this hand today, so I'm missing some pinks and highlights and stuff. So I can only do so much.
Since it's almost like the way that it's sitting on the wall, it's almost like a decent body scan. Doesn't that mean that you kind of
Well, it's got to be the same. Yeah, but you know me.
I know you all right.
I'm gonna make sure it's done proper. This is Michael Foley we're talking about here. Yeah, so paint season is in full effect. We're really happy to have spaces like this because let's stop talking about the negativity and talk about the positivity. All right? The positivity is we have space in our city to paint anytime, any day we want to. We can come down here and paint our shit. So that's like the important part is like, you want to be able to have like legal walls in the city where people can actually see this, not just like at our studio or indoors or whatever.
And we have so many wonderful building and business owners who walk by when we in this alley. There's someone who walked by tonight who said, "Oh my God, this is amazing! I want you to do this for me." So we opened up even more doors for all the opportunities for doing this to other parts of the city and other walls of the city that have previously been
Yeah, exactly. Right, and it's like these artists deserve to have these spots and these spaces, you know. So it's great when we can open that door up and be able to provide that. Hey guys, how y'all doing? Good, yeah. Doing a little YouTube video for just to show people the project. So yeah, we're grateful that we were able to provide space for 25 different artists, and a lot of them like don't necessarily have permissioned spaces in Worcester that, like we said, we know are going to last for a long time and have longevity and not just be buffed over or dissed or script, whatever, fade away, whatever. Like this is actually built to last. We want the space to be like long term. Like I want this to just be a graffiti spot forever. Like, you know, and I hope that when it becomes more known as like, if it lasts a couple years and people recognize it as like, this is a spot, this is like a cultural thing, they're going to respect it and they're just going to leave it. And, you know, it could have more longevity, you know? They're like tourist destinations. Yeah, it was like a really bad neighborhood, and now it's like a really bustling place, and like just from opening up to the arts more than anything. But
It really is. And there's some awesome rumor about maybe them reopening, picking up the canal that once went through this area of the canal district.
yeah.
And if that were to happen, then you have this like waterfront property and you can walk through it with murals everywhere. They also, there's one guy who was talking about them maybe blocking off one of the streets that you currently drive on so that it's just a pedestrian street.
Yes.
Just picture it 5 years, 10 years from now.
Yes. I'm with you. This place is going to change. We have any comments from our guests here? Bleak. Hey Bleak. Say hi.
Hey, what's up? How you doing, man?
So what did you think about this project as being an artist? What was it like to be part of the Brick by Brick Festival?
I thought it was pretty dope. Thought it was pretty crazy at first, but the idea of painting down here was kind of mind blowing. But I like the way it came together, and I'm happy everything the last day was all set and it came out beautiful. I loved it.
Yeah, I agree. You absolutely crushed it, my man. It was definitely pretty crazy at first, but I think we all pulled it together. Thank you for being a part of it.
Thanks always, man. You're the great one. Great one.
Come on. No, it takes a village. Everybody's got to do. It only works if we go end to end.
And I want to point that out, though. You guys were just saying, like, we pulled it together, right? There really is, and top of that, here, artists, so beautiful, and so powerful, and so not what a lot of people picture this to be. And I felt like not only like loved and happy, I felt so safe being here. All my brothers were here. I was around those big projects for a while.
Can we get a shot, Tom, of Bleak's mural over here?
Yeah, it's up there right now.
Yeah, so here's Bleak's piece. He went over the wood like a champ. All the abstraction, black lines. And you can see all the way down the alleyway there. We have Kesso, we have Task and Narrow. We have Croc over here. We have Iris. We have Bees. Naser, Germ, Type, Info. Shout outs to all those artists. Oh, and Dave McArt,
Oh, yeah,
McArt 508,
we gotta show.
also a legend.
Show his stuff.
Yeah, well, yeah, we'll have to move the camera over there.
Yeah, we gotta
We got a nice sunset going over Old Polar Park over here. So yeah, just another day in the graffiti alley of Worcester, Massachusetts. If you guys are local to Worcester and you're in this area, you want to come down and check out this spot. The address is 116 Water Street. That is the Summit Lounge address, which is the wall that I'm painting right now. Come down here and see this stuff for yourself. Smoke a joint at the Summit Lounge. If you're 21 plus, of course. And come see what Worcester's all about, because it's not so bad, honestly. Like, it's a pretty cool, amazing place if you look at it right. So, you know.
If you're coming down here and you're seeing all this, we're gonna post at like all this recording. So in the comments, we're gonna post the we'll post a link to a 30-second survey. You can do it even if you're watching the podcast. 30-second survey that just is a way to let us know that you like what we're doing. And when people fill that out, it really, really helps us then go and talk to the city and different people running things and give them a little bit more evidence to do that. This is a really good thing. So please help us so much in our conversation.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks. So yeah, like, we're still out here doing the thing. I'm adding some yellow, a little like outer glow to my piece. Like I was saying, oblique. I think the yellow kind of for me is like symbolizes magic, I guess, and also not just magic, but like yeah, I guess it's just magic. I don't know. It gives it that like extra little sheen to it. I just think yellow is a pretty dope color, honestly. Like, it's a tough color to work with because it doesn't always cover very well over other things. But if you use it on top of the color white, it works a lot better. The lighting's crazy. Yeah, we have like sunset colors, so it's got to be pretty interesting right now for anyone watching. Yeah, I'm curious to see what the lighting is in here. Yeah, it's gonna be kind of exciting. So what I'm doing right now, the reason I'm painting a hand is I'm adding a hand to this character, Michael Foley. And this is Michael Foley's hand, who's painting and drawing, presumably, this piece that's underneath him. So kind of, you know, the painting itself motif, which I really enjoy, because I do think the paintings paint themselves, honestly. I just try to get out of the way and let the paint happen, as opposed to trying to manipulate it or tell it what to do. Because it's not going to do what I want it to. It's going to do what the paint wants. And like, honestly, it's that way with life, and it's that way with like just anything. Like, you got to get out of the way. Cause
I think it's a good amount of like skill and or action and like trust and which is kind of like masculine and feminine. It's a good balance you can find of both.
so yellow's great, but like I said, this color kind of sucks. Yellow.
But it's true though. Like I've watched it that way. Just like airbenders and stuff. Really cool. This is any creative process to get to that flow state. It's the thinking mind or the frontal brain that really kind of like goes down
Yeah, I'm trying to find it for myself right now. And I will say that one of the hardest parts of this paint cast, like it was tough to do it while doing canvases, but holy shit, it's hard to paint on a ladder and be doing like this hand and all this realism and like I don't know, like trying to talk and like make sense at the same time is kind of a challenging feat for me, honestly.
I wonder if we'll ever be so bold as to run a paint cast while on a.
Oh, I could see that. No, I think I'll get better with this over time, you know? But right now, it's fucking hard. Like, I'm trying to do these little skinny outlines, so I have to, like, really pay attention and be out of my thinking mind. But when you're podcasting, you have to be in your thinking mind because you're, like, engaging in a conversation. So it's kind of a weird catch-22.
Meanwhile, I got one more side.
Yep.
Number 4. So give me a minute because I wasn't just figuring something. I was, operational manager, right?
That's one way, yeah. That's
It's really good to finally almost finish this. It's weird to not finish unless I'll oh yeah. I went with these super bright kind of pastel, kind of primary-ish colors. Just I don't know, kind of what's the word? Make things sleek on Allie. How can you be scared of badass and sweet?
agreed. All right, so I've kind of done my little force field in my hand. I'm going to come in with more like highlights and stuff. I feel like it probably looks pretty dark. I'm sure the lighting by now isn't the best, but we're rocking with it. We'll say a couple more last things. Oh, okay, really? Really?
Oh yeah, right. But
That's dope. These little webcams are dope.
whenever we want to wrap, I think we should attempt to walk the cameras a little bit, give a little bit of a tour of what this place looks like.
I mean, yeah, we can do the rest of the alleyway for sure. I kind of showed a little bit, but
Right.
we could do a whole alleyway tour. That's cool. I think. Well, we can reach the extent of this one alleyway, and that's about it. The other one you'll have to see in pictures. If you follow Artifakt Supply on Instagram, there's a bunch of pictures there from the Brick by Brick Jam. And then also while you're at it, follow Artifakt Studios. That's Artifakt with a K, of course. So like we said, this project's going to continue throughout the summer. We're going to keep adding to this wall and adding other walls from the neighborhood into the mix. If you guys, again, if you know somebody that has space and wants some work done, reach out to us. If you just want to come down here and enjoy it and take pictures, that's cool too. That's really what this is for. It's for everybody. So yeah, check it out sometime. Stay tuned for more projects from us. We got a lot of amazing new announcements coming up soon. New shifts in the works, new projects, new everything. So there's a lot of changes coming. Just hang on for the ride and bear with us as we kind of shift our whole approach to podcasting in general. Because we're probably going to start doing this in pop-ups and doing it in different locations as opposed to the same place all the time. Now that it's summer and it's mural season, it's better for us to show you guys like what we do on the road or on the job than it is for us to be like sitting in our studios like while it's 90 degrees and sunny out. You know, it's like it doesn't make any sense. So expect more of this. Yeah, as always, like and subscribe and all that good stuff. Cheers. My name is Ryan. My partner's name's Audrey. Our producer's name's Tom. Thank you guys so much for joining the Artifakt Hour once again. Special thanks Special thanks to our friends at the Summit Lounge. And before we go, we're going to do a quick little tour, yeah? All right, cool. Cool. Well, this concludes my painting portion. I'm going to take a break from this painting because this ladder's killing me.
Of course, we're gonna give you guys a little walking tour to say adieu. We definitely gotta show you Dave McGillicuddy's favorite arts.
Oh shit.
We gotta show you the koi fish pond. That is, let's see. Maybe I can get it. Oh, right. Bear with us. All right. Right here is this amazing koi fish pond. This thing. Come on. As to create the edge of the pond as if you're going down into a drain. Like, what? That's so awesome. Let's take a little.
Not yet today. I was going to after. We've just been hanging out here. Yeah, what about you?
Yeah, that's why we came down.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you haven't gone in yet? Oh, nice. Yeah, we're going to finish this up. I think we're going to finish this up and then head in and maybe smoke.
How much?
Huh? The gravity bong? I don't know. I think it's just free. No? It costs money to rent it? I'm not sure. It's kind of sick though. Oh, like I see the one that has like it spins and shit. I don't know.
And talk about Robert H. Goddard, who is the father of modern rocketry, and that's just so cool. To, like add like an element of science and education into what you're painting. Like it's so cool. I grew up behind where he did off in Auburn. What? Yeah, that's so cool. My whole childhood was going up there. I love it. Shall we? Yes. All right, just a few more spots.
Hey, thank you. I appreciate it. Try to make
I feel like they just do
That's